Okay.
Alright, the girl star out of two just my name is barely Natsuki, someone I don't recognize. Okay.
Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyways, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Aww. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. I gotta... way too loud. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Keith in a classroom, and he decided to check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I gotta hide all of my, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make him some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Keith? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuka sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward. I take a seat next to Monica.
What did you do?
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and oh my god, my running joke is over. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, that was the one good joke I had, was saying her name wrong.
Somebody else's name.
No. She's dead.
She's gone forever.
As president of the
Can you hear
literature
that
club...
car alarm in the background?
No. It's
Okay, good.
my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we can graduate. Right, Nakutsu? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Sure. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just tried to impress you. Yeah, that's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. Sure, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea, because apparently I'm Japanese. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles. I almost read that smells to herself. Yuri faintly smells to herself in relief. So, Keith, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, manga. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself. Half joking, but 100% right. Atsuka's head suddenly perks up. Huh? Manga? Where? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy world. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. Blah 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 Soviet manifesto. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yeah, like, you know, a world in which socialism will work.
Name is Yuri.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Figures. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. What a fucking nerd. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? Oh, what gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. You looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, do you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? As I would normally tell everyone that I ever figure out right shit. No. Natsuki averts your eyes.
Okay.
You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Nerd! You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel better comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a minute. Almost like a fourth character would have something to say in this point, but no one's here. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well,
I'll be right back, Keith. Go ahead. Go on for a minute.
I think you're Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Keith? Hold on. There's one problem. Yeah? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clids to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me, dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Keith. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... Oh, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to take such a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, you know I'm in. Alright. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' lives light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Keith? Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you're really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Yeah, it was my cupcakes, motherfucker. Keith, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we could officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone will remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Keith, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. Whatever happened to that other fourth girl? Will I lose my voice and my mind while doing this playthrough? Find out next time on... I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue the chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me, and guess that starts with writing a poem tonight! You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Oh boy, a
How does
special
it
poem.
like, no. Like, I kind of don't want to read this poem.
Read it.
It makes me feel scared. Okay.
What a nice poem.
Bum, bum. Fuck.
You only have 2 girls now.
I have an idea of how I want to do this.
How do you want to do this? Randomly pick all of them.
That's how I've been doing it, remember?
That's true, now you're just doing it faster.
Yeah. Hi again, Keith. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Because I'm a Boy Scout, and I'm trustworthy, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping... Oh. Thanks for keeping your promise, Keith. Like...
Oh, I saw that.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh! Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oof, come on. Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. I'm sorry, Keith. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club at all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag, pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you.
Oh, is this that girl?
Definitely read this.
Dude,
And
playing Doki
enthusiastically
Doki.
take the book.
On street.
Oh,
Well, you could read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities with the club. Again, running theme in this motherfucking game. They don't do shit in this club.
They really
But that
don't.
doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, reading all them animes, you know what I mean? Smoke anime every day. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading.
Challenger has entered the ring.
I'd catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. Red alert! DEFCON 5! What do I do? I frantically pull out my phone and start texting all my homeboys. Guys?
Oh my god.
But they're all already playing Call of Duty or something. She sinks another glance at me. Our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was, just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for... any
Why is her
particular
eye
reason.
moving?
Just curious, how...
Why is her eye moving off of her face? Oh my god!
I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that at all. I have 2 copies of the same book.
It split off and then get back.
Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I'm not gonna fucking go down that rabbit hole. Listen, you gotta disregard bitches and you gotta acquire currency. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Yeah, right. It's a really engaging, relatable story. Fucking nerd.
Just
Is that
like
so?
this one, right?
What's the story about anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled... Portrait of Markov? Oh!
your shirt just open up.
There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh, Jesus. Basically, it's about this religious camp that has turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into kill machines that lust for blood. But the faculty gets even worse. They start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Keith? Look, listen, I'm not going to kink shame anyone, alright? That ain't my bag. I might judge you slightly, but I won't judge it out loud.
What
No,
does
it's
this
not
mean?
that.
She's like,
I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories. Ooh, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy
Yeah, you were
and
straight.
reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Also, it seems that I contain information from a previous life that I didn't realize. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then, suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I?
Oh my god.
Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. What the fuck was that? I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body holy shit, wasn't had enough time to read that. Fuck.
Little Bunny gets incredibly blah blah blah. It's gone.
yeah.
It's not even the log.
yeah, it doesn't show.
Oh my god.
I
It's
kind of
not at
forgot
the
to pay
log.
attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what were you saying? Let me just get the book.
Oh.
I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive? I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with somebody. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Soon I understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just blathering in the feeling of your body. Really? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Is this 4 now?
I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Damn! I'm in it now, boys! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's faith, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continued the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking
Her face,
the way
though.
she second guesses things she says and all. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. Though I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yeah? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if she's to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Keith? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting strange, I guess? So you don't know anything? Sorry, can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I'm going to collect all of their souls eventually. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Huh? Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometime. It's nothing alarming. Alright, you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Who should I share my poem first?
Alright. Definitely.
Shoyu sauce.
Natsu.
Shoyu sauce.
Definitely Natsu.
Why wouldn't it let me select shoyu sauce?
There's no option there.
I'm sad.
You're sad.
Yeah.
Who's Natsuki?
I told Natsuki. Oh, Natsuki is the best girl.
Tsundere.
I told
Yeah.
Natsuku I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. See? Best girl. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little bit blunt. Well, excuse me, princess.
Princess?
It's not
Exactly.
like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Bring it to the phone. Snoop Doki Doki, Dr. Dre is at the